the Going Yard. Appreciate everyone listening and all the feedback. I just want to say right off the jump, have been opening it up to the Instagram, and people have been really chiming in. Also, another note off the top, Alex, I am going on. This is now episode 3 of me still being sick and congested. I don't know if you can pick up on that.
You're so sick, brother.
Congested, just
yeah.
It was.
I'm sorry.
It's been.
That's not good. Jake, what are we doing? We doing hot honey tea, or we still got we sucking down raw dog and cough drops, or what are we doing?
Yeah. Yep. I'm past that phase, Alex. I am past that phase.
Okay, what's this phase? What are we in? Let me know. Enlighten me. How's your world, man?
A lot of tea right now. I'm doing Dayquil. I'm doing NyQuil. Time of day doesn't matter. I'm just I'm sucking it down. And then actually today was one of the days where I'm like, you know what? I don't need the crutch. I'm gonna really, just be, however healthy I am, let my body regulate itself. Wish I didn't.
Really? No.
I feel like
the on cue cough right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Do you know? This is perfect because we're going to get into the birds for sure. And last night,
speaking of getting sick,
yeah. Well, Alex, I did not make it to the game. I was sick. I opted.
Jake, your sickness saved you. Your sickness saved you from a deeper, more heinous sickness.
I know. But I now, maybe just from watching the broadcast with the Monsters Inc., I'm just a little bit primed, but I feel a little bit like Wheezy from Toy Story, where I don't have my squeaker. My squeaker just doesn't work, Alex.
It's Wheezy, baby. It's Wheezy, baby.
Different Wheezy.
I know, but we used to make that joke.
Yeah, we sure did.
I remember the little penguin. He was up in the top shelf, and then Woody found him and tried to save him from the yard sale. I remember Wheezy. I remember you. You're up on the top shelf there, huffing and puffing right now.
Can you hear that?
On the top shelf. Yeah.
Can you hear me as I inhale? Can you hear it? The little wheeze in there? I don't know if it
not the wheeze
up on the mic.
Yeah, put the mic in your chest cavity, Jake. Put the mic in your chest cavity. I kind of got some phlegm there. I could kind of get.
Did you get it? Yeah. Anyway,
this is good podcasting. We're doing
this is good. Yeah. So people like the what was it? The ASMR thing that we were doing when we launched. So this is just right in line.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah. We should get back to that. Yeah.
Hey, are you a cute cat? I didn't kill my husband.
That's a good. I haven't thought about Tiger King in a while there. That's a good one.
That's right.
That's an excellent. Well, Alex, I think we do have to start off with a little week catch up. It was, Alex, both of our collective birthday weekend since our last pod. What did you do? What did you get up to this week? How was it?
Well, I'm glad you're starting with me because the older I get though, I'm not a big birthday guy. I'm not a big birthday guy anymore. I'm not doing huge stuff. I'm not doing huge stuff. I went for a workout in the morning. People at the gym give a little happy birthday, Alex. People at the gym, give me a little pats on the back. And there's after the workout. How old are we today?
My gym, no one knows who I am, what I do. They know no personal information. I'm like Ron Swanson. I'm jealous. I'm jealous that
I got one guy in there. His name's Rob. He shows up every day. He was there the first day I showed up when I threw up, and we laughed. We bonded after that.
Incredible.
And Rob is funny. He's because it's a sauna, right? So people like dudes sometimes will take their shirt off, right? Because it's so much sweat when they're working out. Yeah. And I remember, him and I are in between sets, and we're just like small talking. I'm like, Rob, what do you do? He goes, ironically, I work in HR. I'm the head of HR. And he's got no shirt on.
What a violation. You know if you get away with it.
I know. So anyway, for the birthday, we did a workout, worked, and then I just went over, hung out with Pop. And Pop and I, as soon as I clocked off, he had some whiskey shots lined up. Our father, Randall Yardley.
What kind of whiskey? What kind of?
Well, we started with a little bit of Evan Williams, ran out of that, and then Whistle Pig right after that. A couple of pigs getting into the trough. You know what I mean? A couple of pigs getting in the trough.
Sure.
And we had some Whistle Pig.
There you go.
And we hung out. I smoked a cigar, and then we went to it was called the Temperance House, which is they got a guy playing fiddle. It was like a violin. It's like a violin and a guitar.
Right, still, wow.
At
one guy playing both.
Two guys playing one. Two guys playing one. Two guys, one each. One instrument each. Two guys playing one guitar.
Just a
get this drumming. Yeah. Now, Dad and I, we had dinner there. It was a big crowd of people. And then guess what, Jake? Birthday tradition for the listener. When we were kids, December 5th is our birthday. First snowfall came several times in our young childhood. And we had a little streak there from like third to like fifth grade, maybe third, fourth, fifth grade, where we had snow days. You remember that? Remember we had snow days off on our birthday.
Mm-hmm. Did you win that bet with Dar? Dar was telling me you guys made a snowfall bet. Is that right? She was saying that.
I'll tell you what, I don't remember. Truth be told, I don't know if she's going to listen to this. Truth be told, I don't remember this bet at all. But she keeps bringing it up. I don't remember making it at all. I don't know if she made it up in her head. If I forgot, I don't know. But it did snowfall, and then we were sending pictures. Dad and I. After the Temperance House, we're in this like cozy bar, kind of a tavern. They're playing fiddle. It snow's coming down. I got a couple Guinnesses in me. I smoked a cigar, then walked out. It's snowing. Pop and I are running around the snow like a couple kids. I'm running down the middle of State Street. Like going around in the snow.
Sure.
Oh yeah, Jake. Yeah.
What time is it?
Anyway, gosh, probably the boys got done around 12, 1 o'clock. And I think I told you this on the phone. I don't know if I should say this on the podcast, but Pop and I afterwards, we smoked something else afterwards. And we'll just say he was 20 years old and stepped on pretty good. But
yeah, that's right. You mentioned this. We talked a little bit.
I've never done that. I don't think I've ever done that with my father. And so
that's incredible.
I mean, a real bonding experience. So anyway, not a big birthday guy, but had a great father-son bonding night. And that's all you can ask for. Got a workout in, worked. So that was my day, and saw some friends later in the weekend, did the Team Garbo stuff. So it was great. Yeah, great kind of get together.
See, that's the perks of being on the East Coast there. That's really fun. That's being close to the
get to see family, get to see friends. It's lovely. But I mean, it sounded like from our text exchange back and forth, you had a bit of a weekend, huh? Bit of a ripper.
I think that might have been part of the reason I this sickness didn't go away, is because I was on the mend, and I was kind of like, but it's my birthday. I gotta power through for this. It turned into a bit of a couple things stacking on top of each other. It's really fun. But for the birthday, Lisa got reservations at the place, this Italian spot. It's called the Nice Guy in LA. Nice little spot, swanky little spot. It was where we did our engagement dinner. So we had been there before. And I don't know what she wrote in the notes when she made the reservation, but the staff was on the top of their game. So we get there, and the night is kind of set up as dinner and a show. We went to a show after, and so we got there pretty early. We were there at 6, like right as they opened. So we were like some of the first people in there, and the hostess was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, sure, of course, this way. And then like
places, everybody.
Sure. And so yeah, we follow her to this one wall has like candles all over it, and it was the same seat we sat in for the engagement. So that was very fun. Had the corner little spot,
Oh.
little booth action.
Did she request a table, or was that a coincidence?
So yes, she definitely
Okay.
did. And she must
Yeah.
have written a novel, because the waiter comes over and he's like, "We're celebrating." But he seemed newer, because he was kind of like, "We're celebrating, we're getting married." And we were like, we got married, but yeah, we had an engagement here. It was really great. And he was like, "Gotcha, gotcha." So I think he like skimmed the notes. I don't know if he knew fully.
Mhm.
But he I mean, apart from just the, fumbling around with some of the beginning, he really settled in. He really settled in,
He
because
on
he
that
came
slot.
in,
Nice slot, yeah.
he gave us free champagne to start.
Mm,
So we got
okay.
free champagne. We're getting some appetizers rolling. We got some cocktails. So we got the champagne, we got the cocktails, and then even the bartender came over and was like, here's your cocktail, here you are." And I was like, "Okay, great, thank you so much." And so that was great. And I don't know, she must have really oversold it, like we were getting engaged or something like that. I don't know. But then the chef came out, and
No.
he came out and had a plated appetizer. It was like, I don't know, like a piece of toast, butter, but like some cheese, but it had like caviar. Um and so it was this like caviar thing, and the chef is like introducing himself. And so we were like, "Thank you so much." And like we're already like 2 drinks in, a third one's coming, and we're like, "Oh, okay, great, great." And yeah, we get some pasta, we kind of split it, and then they come out with cannolis at the end, free cannolis.
Of
So we
course.
had prosecco, the appetizer, and then the cannolis on the house. Um, so
Lovely.
really great. Yeah, really
That's
fun.
great.
The place was called the Nice Guy, and on the cocktail, the ice cube had the Nice Guy written in the ice cube. Um, so that was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, we finished up there. I mean, God bless Lisa. I don't know what she said, but it was just incredible service. Um,
Yeah.
and it was really fun. We walked across the street. We went to Largo, the comedy club, the
Ah,
comedy.
so jealous. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Great
was really
shows
fun.
there.
We
Mhm.
saw Pete Holmes.
Mhm.
So that was part of the reason. He was the reason that kind of we started creating the night, was because I wanted to see him, and then I realized the Nice Guy was next to it. So we were like, "Oh, perfect, dinner and a show." So
Mhm.
we actually walked all the way there. It was like 2 miles. Um, so we walked all the way there.
That's nice.
Um,
You get a good walk in after you eat, though. That's always nice. You know?
well, we walked there, went to the show. We get some drinks at the show. They've got the other acts as well. Really fun show. And then we're going to leave, and we're a little bit tuned up at this point. We ended up seeing a Lime scooter on the street, and
Mhm.
so we ended up getting a Lime scooter the 2 miles back, and we took a
Just one?
quick little
Just
just
one?
one, just
Okay, so
one.
2 people, 1 Lime scooter.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yes. And I'm pretty drunk, and she's pretty drunk, and
No.
I've got the handles, and she's holding on to my shoulders as I'm trying to stabilize.
Oh,
So
this oh,
yeah. So we end up making it to CVS to pick up ice cream, and picked up some ice cream.
oh,
Um
what a Jake
yeah.
Yardley birthday. Would not be complete
Uh
without
I
ice
know.
cream.
Little Ben and Jerry's action.
Which
And then
ones? Which B and
we
J
did
did you
we
get?
did Tonight Dough. You know the Tonight Dough one?
Oh, yeah. Is that
Uh
Stephen Colbert or is that, Jimmy Fallon?
it's it's Fallon. Yeah.
Okay,
The
Fallon.
the Colbert one is the
Is that
uh
Americone? Is that Americone?
yes,
Yeah.
cone. I knew it was a pun with cone, and you beat me to
Yeah.
it. Really, really well done.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, we got some of that, and then scootered on home.
That's
And
good.
yeah, luckily, I mean, found out. I mean, that was really nice, fun little couples night. And then the next night we had Brittany and Jared, good friends, mentioned on the pod before, they do their annual Christmas party. So we did a Christmas party on the Saturday. So that was great. End up doing, they get into it. They set up musical piano games.
Yeah.
So
I was just going to say, I saw a video, I think, of Lisa doing that. Is that right?
Yes. Well, thank goodness. My wife's on my team. Thank God, because that would have been brutal to go against. They have one of their friends is super talented, and she has done work doing like battling pianos and like bar games. So you have people come up and do like sing along type things, or it's kind of like a Mad Libs where you're split into teams and you have to do a Mad Libs on Christmas songs, and whoever has the funniest, based on the judges or whatever, or the crowd, then wins it. And I mean, we knew our audience. We did an entire Mad Libs based on their cat, and so just really played to the judge and really played to Brittany and trying to see what she would like. And it was incredible because then they brought out the cat like Simba halfway through the song, and it
was like a serenade.
It really went home. So it was a nice little Mad Libs game. Ended up doing that. Seeing some of the LA fantasy guys really got into it. Really got into some chat.
Boy.
Man, Nick was going into every possible scenario.
It seemed like it on the group chat. It seemed like he was really getting into all the bracketology of it all. Yeah, he could really figure out all the outcomes there, which,
oh my gosh,
we can get to that later. But absolute heartbreak in the Yardley household for one Yardley. We won't say who, but I'll just say this: Jake's a lucky bastard. I'll say that.
Wild, just a wild end in actually 2 leagues were very wild for me. We'll really chat more about it, but the other thing, we've been chatting about this, Alex, just like a nice to hear. We want to do this little kind of bit,
a little segment, because we just want to make this podcast something that's kind of nice to hear. You want to hear something that is a little breath of fresh air, a little break from your day, so to speak. And so we thought this would be a fun one, or something nice you did, maybe. And so this came about this week because I went to go see my grandmother. She just turned 92, my mom, and she had these plates that she gave me to deliver from Delaware all the way up in PA, closer to where I'm at.
Can't say no to that, Alex. You can't say no to a 92-year-old's requests.
On her birthday. It's like, it's like The Godfather. It's like The Godfather on the way, the day of her daughter's wedding.
There you go.
So I got these plates. They've been rattling around in my car for a long time. I say that they were packaged very nicely, but I kept getting nervous about it. Anyway, I finally got connected with her friend. So also sort of like 80s. This is really weird connection. It is our late grandfather's, like step grandfather, I guess you'd say, by a second marriage. So Joe, Joe. So Joe's cousin. That's who it was. Okay. So I don't know what that is to us, if anything at all. I just wrote it off as my mom's friend, our grandmother's friend. But drove up these plates there, and I thought I would just dump off these plates. Here you go. Yeah, they got these really nice, like these nice ornamental painting on the front of them, so they're decorative. You don't actually eat off of them; you hang them up. It's almost like a painting that's been done on a plate.
And they're just rattling around in the truck. They're just rattling around. All right. Yeah. Okay. I like it.
They were packaged quite nicely. No damages. I checked for damages prior to dropping it off. No damages. But I was worried about that. Drop it off. I thought, this would just be a quick, here you go. Yeah, no problem. See ya. Kathy invites me in. Come on in. And I talk to
Kathy.
her. I talk to her husband, James, who is the president of a medical device company for many years. Also very
Sure.
into football and of all levels, even high school football. He goes,
Sure.
you and your brother are pretty good players. I remember seeing some clip ups in the newspaper. That must have been 2 decades ago, or a decade and a half ago, maybe.
Hell yeah. People don't forget,
so-
Alex.
So
Guy
we
knows
talked
ball.
about he really did, Jake. He knew ball. We were talking about different strategies, different like height, weight of different positional players, and his son, I think, was in recruiting, actually, more directly recruiting for one of the colleges. And so anyway, I just hung out. We must have chatted for about 2 hours. I saw their downstairs basement. He's got a home gym he was excited about. Once we started talking about football, he gets to working out. And then, he's telling me stories about the knack and all that stuff. And that's why he made a home gym, So anyway, it was just nice. What I thought was nice here in this category, the way I'm kind of stretching it here is, spend time with older generations, because it could be quite lovely. If you know what I mean, we could really just find a point of connection there.
Love that.
Just get the wisdom that you can.
Love that.
If you're looking for value, or just spend time, because God, do they love chatting and having young whippersnapper listen,
We should get him on the pod. And you know what, Alex?
Yeah.
That's nice to hear. That's nice to hear.
Yeah.
That's nice to hear. I didn't have, I went in a slightly different direction. We're still kind of finding our footing on this. And I went in a different direction of, I'm just very appreciative. The birthday happened, and it's just been very nice with the family that I've reconnected with since the wedding, because it's just like when you get in a big gathering and you see people more recently, I feel like you're more easily and readily, reaching out to them. And it's been really awesome with Lisa's dad, actually.
Carl.
Carl's the best. I mean, what a speech to start, but then also, my goodness, he ends up he does, obviously, of course, the jib jab. He had to give us the jib jab for any listener, where he gives it's photos of whichever person he's sending it to on, and like animated. And so it was Alex and I doing Whoop There It Is in cartoon form, which is just really great, just really on brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so he sends that, but then on top of it, he gives me a little ring, and we start chatting for a little bit. And yeah, we were just kind of going back and forth, and it was just really nice to kind of just catch up and have some one-on-one and chat with him. And we had a funny moment where he was asking, he's like, "Hey, how's it going? You got air in your ears these days, or how's that going?" I was like, "No, no, not really. I got them in my nose, and I get too much wax in my ears. I'm a waxy guy, I just do. I've got too much wax.
Oh, what about on the ear? You're not getting any on the ear? Do you get any of that?
I do get them on. I do have them on, actually. But in my ear, I realized, and I want to ask you about this. Do you have a lot of wax? Because these earbuds, I have a cleaner. Look at this. I have a setup. I take this out. I have a piece of thing that
Send me a link to that.
I scoop out the goop. And I know everyone's all about the Q-tips or whatever, and I should probably use those more, but aren't they not supposed to go in your ears? I thought. I don't know.
I don't even touch them. I do a gross thing. If I haven't cut my nails in a while, right? If my nails are a little bit longer, I'm in the shower and it's all wet. You know what I mean? I'm in the shower already. I do a little scoop out.
With the long nails, you're saying. You got long nails and you're scooping out wax.
I'm connected to it. There are nerve endings there at the end. I'm connected to it.
Okay.
Nothing dangerous, but I'll do that sometimes, and that gets a real nice clear up.
You'll do
I'm
that.
Not saying I do this all the time.
You won't do the cotton ball bit.
Yeah, because
that's too much.
I don't. Yeah, that's
you don't know feeling. You're saying.
Yeah, no feeling to it, and then that's how you damage an eardrum, right? My finger doesn't even go in that far, right? It's only that, and quite frankly, I'll say this. I don't do it that often. Okay. This is an
Okay.
occasional. I
All
forgot to
right.
clip my nails. I'm in the shower. Oh, boop, boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop, boop.
Oh,
Oh, now
little
I can hear
thing.
you. What is that? I
Uh,
can hear better. But yeah, no, I get a lot of wax. I get a lot of wax.
yeah.
And
I do too. I tell you what, it does keep my headphones from Lisa trying to use them at all, because there's been some moments where she goes,
mine are
"Oh my God, Jake."
disgusting. Yeah.
I'm in between cleans, and she's like, "Oh God, this is disgusting."
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl and I had a really great laugh. I just said, "Yeah, I'm a waxy guy," and that really got him. And I wasn't sure,
It
if there
really
was
got
something
him.
there or not. So I had to test it on you. Um,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
he really enjoyed it, and we had a fun laugh. So I just needed to at least say it out loud. And anyway, that's how I was kind of trying to shoehorn in. It was just nice to catch up with him and have that. So that was just nice to hear.
You're a waxy guy. You're just
Waxy
a
guy.
waxy guy. When I hear waxy guy, I think of a guy that got waxed. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean? Like, you know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah, that's right.
They call it like a Brazilian or like a
Mm-hmm.
thinking of Steve Carell in 40-Year-Old Virgin, where he yells Kelly Clarkson. You know what I mean?
Ah, a
That kind of
classic.
chest
Yeah,
wax. Yeah.
little chest wax action.
What else do I think of when I
Um,
hear wax? So I imagine you on a surfboard with a bunch of waxing your board too. When you say waxy guy,
yeah,
these are
I
things I'm
feel
thinking of when you
I
say
like
it.
it.
That's all.
I like it. I know we wanted to chat about a couple things. We're gonna do another thing. Slip into the DMs. I wanna. There was quite a few people that reached out. Thank you. I appreciate it, and also thank you for
Ah,
listening this far, because you're probably like, I hope they read my question, and we're talking about our grandparents and birthday. But
and earwax.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, appreciate the DM. But I think even before that, Alex, do you want to chat a little bit about this little opportunity that came up since we started the pod here?
Definitely, yeah. So right before this recording, actually, I had this was an opportunity through House of Highlights. So if you don't know House of Highlights, they do a lot of content. As you can imagine, they used to post a lot of highlights of different sports, crazy sports highlights and things like that. So they got really big doing that. But then their content expanded beyond that, and they do um, these sort of sports related content. So it's the thing that I was reached out about was they do one fan versus 10 haters. And so it's like a
Fuck
debate
yeah.
room. There is a timer in the middle, and it's like an hour-long video on YouTube. And they have like I think the guy was telling me like 80 million subscribers or something on the long form, and then they clip it up after that. So anyway, they have one guy defend a topic. Maybe that
Yeah.
is Tom Brady, they had said, or maybe it's Jason
That's the
Tatum and the
goat. Yeah.
Celtics. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then they have 10 haters that come on and they have to tear down that topic. And you have like a
Now,
minute, you have the timer there, you're going back and forth, rebuttal. You had a question?
now
Yeah.
remind me, when you were going through it, are you the hater or are you the one guy defending?
I got asked to be a hater.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's going to be Jason. So the topic, this was what worked for my schedule. I couldn't do the Tom Brady one in time. That would have been shot a couple days ago, actually. And it's up in New York as well. So I gotta take time for this, right? I have to take off a day of work. I got to go up there.
Yeah.
It's filmed in Manhattan. I got to go to the studio and, and I have to, I imagine my day. I'm going into Manhattan. I'm driving into Manhattan. I'm going in there, and I just am gonna, for about maybe 1 to 2 hours, just hate on Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics. And I
Well,
have to
Alex,
come up there.
I feel like that's a normal day without the trip to Manhattan, though. You know what
Exactly. I'd just be doing it in the group chat anyway. And
I mean? There you go.
so the audition right before this was like the guy was the casting director's from LA. He hopped on a Zoom and he just starts asking me things. Like, well, first we got to know each other a bit, kind of hit it off there a little bit. And then he records it to give to the other casting folks. And kind of, he was the Jason Tatum fan, and then
Mhm.
gave prompts of, okay, was Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce the best big three ever?
Big three,
and I
yeah.
said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Ray Allen even went to a better big three later in his career. LeBron, Bosh, and D Wade, obviously better. And LeBron is considered an arguable GOAT. He's an arguable GOAT. No arguable GOATs amongst the Celtics. And you got, I went in on Paul Pierce, and you got Paul Pierce getting pulled out on a wheelchair, and then he comes back. Oh, the theatrics. Ugh. And then they asked me another prompt about, like, are they the greatest, are the Celtics the greatest organization ever? I said, no, they're just resting on their laurels. They won most of their championships when they were about 18 or 12 teams in the league. And Bill Russell was the only tall guy. And you had to go up there and put all the banners up like they're the Yankees or the Cowboys, just resting on their laurels of yesteryear. They haven't won anything significantly since, the last championship, which they needed Drew Holiday to win, who is the end of the process. Okay, so without the process,
there you go.
Don't get a championship. Okay, Drew Holiday went there. Al Horford went there. You're welcome. The process sank so that you could swim. The Celtics are not a great organization. So something like that. I just said something like that. And I love it. There were a couple of prompts that kind of got heated. And so I thought it'd be funny. I don't know if we'll get this. I don't know if, but they'll promote Going Yard here. That'll be on there.
Beautiful.
The whole thing, they're like, we can't pay you that much, but we'll cross promote you as much as possible. So that's what we're trying to do here, right? That's what we're trying to do here. So that's why we're bringing it up on the podcast here.
So I'm already brainstorming things I think you should do. And
well, that's why, and I hope the listener is too. So the listener, this is to you. What are things I could tear Jason Tatum down for? What are the Boston Celtics? What are weird angles that I can come at this guy from?
Yeah, in under a minute, right? Because it's rapid fire is the format.
I gotta watch it again because like a full one, because it is rapid fire. We have a timer, but I don't know if I get a couple topics and then we hit it, and go back and forth. It's a minute each. I know it's 10 people going against one guy, so I only have a fraction of the time. So we got to hit some heavy hitters early and often. And so anything you guys can send us that you want to hear on House of Highlights now. So you might think, oh, you guys don't have that many followers. Why would I want to, now it's going to be on House of Highlights. Okay. So by proxy, Alex, we will get it.
Top of my head. This is just, I haven't even put any thoughts, half baked. I think you should walk up. You should walk up and pretend to blow out your Achilles as you walk up there, and just walk up there, pretend to blow. Oh, be like, oh, sorry. I'm blowing it in the most crucial moment right now. I apologize. What were you gonna say? You know what I mean? And just start off before you even get up there.
For my Achilles. Good play for the at-home audience. I think in-house, that's going to get a lot of flack and guff.
Sure.
A lot of guff, a lot of flack. I think the guy's going to disparage me right off the jump, so I have to defend myself right in as I'm coming in.
It's going to be great.
I love it's like prop comedy. That one's like prop comedy right there.
Yeah. Well, I think I remember seeing the format where you kind of they all walk up, and I'm just thinking
everybody's on chairs. Yeah, everybody's on chairs surrounded. Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, that would be a really fun thing to get more of these DMs. Seeing what people think would be fun.
I thought it'd be outlandish to say I think that the Celtics mascot could beat Jason Tatum, like an actual leprechaun could beat him one-on-one. I think that would get a rise out of the guy. I think the guy, the fan, I think he'd get a rise out of him.
Yeah, because he's equally as lucky. There you go. Something like that.
There you go. Yeah, so some sort of luck there. And then maybe something about all of the Boston mob and the ties to gambling up there, huh? Maybe some dirty foul play. Maybe some
Alex, just get right into it. Just call him racist right there, right from the jump.
Okay.
Really get into it. tens of millions of people listening, and I'm sure they'll love that.
Oh boy. Yeah. So this episode has been sponged from the House of Highlights account. We are very sorry for
9 haters versus it's like
one racist versus I get marked as it. Yeah.
Oh man. So fun. Anyone? Yeah, that would be great. Send us any of those. That'll be. We'll continue, and we'll. You know what I'll do? I'll look to try and share a video of a past one so people know what it looks like, so we can kind of follow along. You don't have to do this until January, right? Is that right?
Well, yeah. I won't hear back into the audition tonight. It is December 9th, and so they're kind of going dark for the holidays, and so they have a couple weeks off, but they're doing casting for the next week or so, and then January 5th is when I hear if I get it, and then it'll be the 23rd of January will be the taping. So a Friday, end of January is when it will be.
We're gonna, Alex. We'll have mountains of time to really just percolate. Maybe we just do a recurring segment until then, which is just which kind of burn did we come up with this week? I don't know.
Like a burn book. Yeah.
There we go. Burn book. Mean Girls style.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, I'm going to do a little bit of some of these questions. We got some good responses here. And maybe you might even guess who some of these people are based on what they're asking for. But
I have not, for the listener, I have not heard these, or I don't know where they're coming from. So it's my first time hearing these all together.
Yeah. So this was from, if you're curious where these are coming from the Instagram story I posted, any topics you want to hear, and some people tuned in. So this person did rapid fire questions. I think you might be able to guess who it is. You've seen them recently, but said, I need a non-optimistic take on the Eagles' state of affairs. Question 1.
Yeah.
Question 1.
Yeah.
Question 2. I also need a very serious conversation as to whether Kyler Murray should pivot to baseball. Pretty good.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I also need your take from Are You Garbage podcast. Is it garbage to drink milk with your dinner? Is it garbage to drink? It's from a different. There's, I guess, another podcast that he listens to, but
it's
he's
called
asking,
Garbage Podcast. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay,
Exactly.
Okay.
So, but the question is it garbage to drink milk with your dinner?
Okay. Now, am I going to answer these in order here, or do
you know what? Let's go rapid fire. Let's go rapid fire because we got quite a few. I think
non-optimistic Eagles take. I'm going to go right off jump here. Jalen looked horrible. Do we trade him away? Do we start the Tanner McKee era? How dark is that? Okay, that's dark.
That.
We're getting rid of a Super Bowl MVP quarterback the year after he won it. That is dark. It's heinous, and I think that's not optimistic at all. That's probably the opposite because I love the guy.
And I'll go pessimistic as well. I think maybe the concussion really did lasting damage. I don't know. He doesn't look, Alex. It's as pessimistic as you could be. I think he's not processing. It doesn't look great. Do I think him and AJ Brown? There's a part of me coincidentally where 3 weeks ago. We're going, we got to get AJ Brown the ball. We got to get him the ball. Guess what? We started getting him the ball, and Hurts and AJ Brown are just freestyling. The first play of the game looked like they were just doing a pickup game. He kind of was bobbing in the pocket and threw it off his back foot. It was just a jump ball. It was, anyway, okay. I took it pretty far. We'll get more into it. Now, Alex, serious take. Kyler Murray, baseball. What do you think?
Yes, pull the trigger. He's already halfway there in his head. He hates playing football. You can see it. He doesn't like getting hit. He loves running around. He'd be a great shortstop. I think he goes AA, then AAA.
Well, he's a shortstop, all right.
Hey, buddy. All right. But think about how small that strike zone is. I'm thinking Altuve for Houston. Pablo Sanchez. Backyard baseball. These are small strike zones here,
Also, I'm gonna add it's much easier to have Call of Duty in the locker room. Baseball's a long season. You can have it right there in the clubhouse. People are playing in. Yeah, it's
You don't
a
need to
weird schedule. Yeah, he
zeroed
can.
in all the time and calling all the plays and worrying about
Yeah.
getting hit.
Oh,
You're
oh,
playing Call of
no.
Duty in the dugout, then you
Yep.
go and you play a little bit of shortstop,
Yeah.
and then
Get
maybe you
back into it with the guys. Yeah, maybe do
a little bit.
2v2. I don't know. Run around. Okay,
Right.
so I think
Yes.
it would be a great pivot. And his
I think it'd
contract's
be great.
almost up. Yeah.
Arizona, maybe he just goes right to the Diamondbacks. Maybe he just stays in
D-backs.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Bidwell, the owner of the Cardinals, has a deal there somehow. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Now, next one, rapid fire still. Garbage to drink milk with dinner. What do you think? What are your
Depends what the
thoughts?
dinner is. Depends what the dinner is. If it's a heavy dairy dinner, absolutely not. If it's like
Mm,
steak, I've seen people do that thing. They get like a steak, a potato, a glass of milk. Like, doesn't seem crazy to me. I'm not a huge. I'm imagining like unpasteurized milk. I'm imagining like
mm.
2%. Is that the milk that we're talking about here, Jake? Can I get a
Now, see,
clarification?
that was going to be my first angle as well. Is that you said depends on the dinner. I was going to say depends on the milk. Is it 2%? Is it
Mm.
whole milk? What kind? Is it chocolate
Oh,
milk? You know
oh,
what I
or
mean?
almond, oat or almond, huh?
Exactly. What kind of milk? If it's like a 2% chocolate milk and you're having like a really like homey kind of thing, maybe it's like a stew or something,
Yeah,
something kind of hearty. You need something hearty. If it's obviously seafood, you're going to puke. That's a
gross. Ew.
senile, crazy
No,
thing.
knock it off. You're
Yeah.
not doing well.
So
I
that
thought
would be garbage situationally, but it could work. I've seen it. I used to do it as a child. As a
I
kid,
did
I
it
feel
as a
like we
child.
did
Yeah,
it.
we drank a lot of milk. We
Past
drank
childhood, like into
so much milk growing up. I don't
yeah.
drink it as much anymore. Like, I thought for sure you were going to go, you get a glass of chocolate milk if you're having a bad day. I thought that's where you're going with it. But you said
Sure.
if you're having, a hearty meal is where you went.
So that was great. Now, 2 more questions from this person. Also, I want to see if you can guess who this person is. 2 more questions. Full breakdown of Robert Irwin's Dancing with the Stars performance. Have you kept up? Do you know who that is? And
Yeah,
what is your
couple
thoughts?
things. Have not seen it at all. Number 2, I will give a full breakdown. Number 3, I love Robert. Robert Irwin is the son of Steve Irwin. If you have not seen Steve Irwin, look up. If you need to know anything about this man, look up that one interview where he's talking about getting money.
He got money?
I don't give
I
a
don't give
rip
a
about
rip.
where I get the money. Because you know where it's going? Right into conservationism. So my kids and your kids, everybody's kids can have clean drinking water, and they can have, and I'm doing a horrible Australian accent, and they have air to breathe, and they got all sorts of animals to love. And like his wife is looking at him like, God, I love this man so much.
Yeah.
And like it is a beautiful video, and like the guy's heart was as pure as gold, and his son is absolutely
Spitting image. Yep.
exactly spitting image, and like it clearly his father's son, and probably doing like the same stuff. Like I've seen some of the Instagram stuff that he does. It's just a different format. It's not the Discovery Channel, but it's the same sort of like doing stuff with animals. And so if I were to imagine him on Dancing with the Stars, I would imagine he's got some gator moves. He probably made a gator move just because it's like an ode to his dad. And he's probably got some good hips because you got to dodge those animals. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
so
yeah.
imagine he
Gotta be
had
athletic.
pretty good hips, got to be athletic, but it was wholesome. It's going to be wholesome. That's why I brought it up in the beginning. It was probably really wholesome. He's not spanking ass.
So,
he's not.
So
you're saying
probably.
So I haven't seen any of it. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Totally blind. Yes. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing
Right.
blindly at what I think might have happened. But that's my breakdown of something I haven't seen at all based on the very small amount of information I have. Yeah.
I have actually seen through Lisa's Instagram, she has on maybe 3 separate occasions come up, walked across the room, and showed me her phone with a Robert Irwin dancing highlight. So I've seen periodically a couple things, one of which that stands out was I think he did this whole thing, and then his mom kind of came out for this, again, very wholesome, very sweet moment.
Nailed it.
And it was very lovely. So I think we nailed that for having not seen anything, Alex. Really good.
Yeah.
Last and final question from this person. I'm going to need a guess on who you think it is as well. Finally, is Phillip Rivers a viable option for the Colts? Have we seen this? This is in the news now.
I'll bring it up to 44-year-old Phillip Rivers just got signed from the Indianapolis Colts because Daniel Jones tore his Achilles. Was it Achilles that he tore?
I think so, yeah.
Either way, they need a quarterback bad. They obviously, poor Anthony Richardson also broke his orbital bone warming up one time. So 2 quarterbacks out for them. Do I think it's viable? More viable than Riley Leonard probably would be my guess. But it does change their offense. That's the only other guy on their roster. And he's actually younger than Phillip Rivers' oldest son. And so...
Who is Riley?
Riley, the guy he's taking. Yeah.
He's out of Notre Dame, good height, weight, speed guy, but he, I mean, who knows? If you're a rookie and you don't know the offense sometimes, I mean, honestly, I think the question is Phillip Rivers viable? After the way Flacco has been playing, I'm kind of like, yeah. Also, Phillip has all those kids. He's got like 11 kids or something crazy.
Sure.
I feel like really keeps him young, keeps him moving. I'm pretty sure he's coaching. Yeah.
I was just gonna say he's coaching high school. So he's around high school kids. He's been coaching, keeping in shape.
Yeah.
With the coaching there. And when we say viable, I'm not saying he's going to go crazy. I'm not saying he's running for first downs. I'm saying he'll run a pro offense with dump offs and check downs. And hopefully Jonathan Taylor can run enough and Tyler Warren can have enough run after catch on a drag route coming across the middle. And Michael Pittman can get a screen pass that the offense can look good enough, basically. That's what I think would count as. You know,
I'm trying to think of like what this would look like for a Super Bowl run, because the team looked amazing, and then man, have they just really, between Sauce Gardner, they traded everything for Sauce, and then he goes down. Is
he out for the year? How long is that? Could he come back? Is there potential for that one?
I think he's out for a while. It seems like it's just some brutal stuff.
Gut punch.
Yeah, because they were setting up for like a Super Bowl run, and now I'm trying to think like who is the oldest backup quarterback to come in and win a Super Bowl with the team. Like Nick Foles, obviously, I don't think he was old though. He was like early 30s. Like he was still like starting range.
Trent Dilfer was a starter, right? Same with Brad Johnson. So I'm thinking of these early 2000s.
Yeah, they were starters though. Yeah,
teams.
They were kind of old. They were older. They were probably 30s, but 44 is wild.
Who was that Giants? Remember that Giants quarterback? He had a mustache.
Not Kerry Collins. Who are you thinking of?
Oh no, like 90s or 80s, dude.
Oh
90s or 80s. I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
That's like Belichick Giants is what you're talking about.
It might.
You're talking like Parcells, Belichick years. That's a sick pull. If I don't think he was that old though, Alex, at the time. I think he was. Anyway, I think it's viable.
Back then.
Looked viable.
Jeff Hostetler. Is that it?
Love
That's what I'm
it.
thinking of?
I love
Jeff Hostetler, baby.
Alex. Jeff Hostetler is. I'm so happy we're talking about it on the pod. I was worried that we weren't going to get to Jeff Hostetler quick enough.
Yeah,
but we did get to him, and we're here, and we're chatting about him. I love it.
This is how we keep the podcast mainstream for all of our casual listeners. Is the
this
Jeff
and the art of war?
Yes, that's right. I got one. Actually, I don't have one locked and loaded, but I could bring it up. It's always right behind me.
Now, Alex, I know you're digging down that, but we did some rapid fire questions. Who do you think that was from? And I want to message really quick. Followed up, I said we'll do extensive research on each, and he said I can't stress enough. Unoptimistic. On that
this is
question.
AJ. This has got to be AJ. I'm going AJ.
Incorrect. It is not.
Nick. Is Nick was my second one.
Really? No. Someone that you've been with. Someone that you've been with. No. Alex.
God,
oh my goodness.
No. Oh.
This
Christian?
is our
Christian
good friend Neil. Our good friend Neil.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Okay. The
not
non-optimistic
optimistic.
makes a
I was
lot
trying to
more
tee you
sense
up
now.
with the non-optimistic.
And also, it's been a minute. I thought you meant recently. It's been a couple weeks.
Well, you guys watched that
busy.
Thursday game. Yeah, you
I
watched
know,
that
he's
Thursday
just been
game.
yeah.
But
we sure did. And during that makes a lot of sense because he was like, he's ready for the hate. He's ready. He's just
he's
chomping at the bit for the hate.
He loves it. Yeah,
I was defending Hurts in his press conferences. I didn't mind his press conferences. We had a
no wonder he came in so hot to these questions here.
That's right.
Now,
that's right.
That makes sense. Well, I think we did a decent job. He looked like trash. I think he's banged up. And the whole team, I will say, the whole team looks like trash. We'll get into the game. We'll talk more about it, and we can harp on it a little bit more. We got some support on a couple of different posts. Now, another one, Alex, this is going to be I'm going to need you to guess, but just replied to what do you guys want to hear on the pod? This person said, there's only one topic to talk about. And then insert GIF of Titanic band playing.
The Titanic band?
A sinking ship. Yeah, a sinking ship.
Oh, unsinkable.
No, Alex. No, this is the Eagles falling to their.
Oh, well, that's more sad. Yeah.
Now, do we know who this is? You might have already said them.
That's got to be AJ, right?
That's AJ, of course. And I think we will dive into the birds more full-fledged. Now, we got that. That's great. We had good friend Dave, who's a lovely friend of the fantasy. I'm not going to do a guessing here because he just said he was just asking about fantasy. Like, will Dave win fantasy? And so love that.
Dave,
just love that energy. And will Jake, he's asking, will Jake as well? So I think I was playing him 2 weeks ago when he mentioned it, and then now he's bringing it back up. Anyway, so we got that.
But if we do look at the league here, it looks like both Dave and you both eliminated from the playoffs. And
we're gonna be. I did you like the little Fury Road GIF I sent today?
Mad
the
Max.
Loser bracket. Mad Max Fury Road. Yeah.
Right. Now, was that a shot at Max, who just lost 4 in a row to lose the playoffs? Is that what you were doing there?
You know what? I didn't even put that together. I feel bad now. I was just kind of looking at the losers bracket as a Fury Road, and I sent the GIF of the guy spray painting his mouth as if I'm going into Valhalla. So
yeah, I think we all are.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to invigorate the loser bracket is kind of my vibe. But I didn't even think about the Max jab there. And now I kind of feel a little bad. I didn't really think about that.
Oh no! That was what I thought when I saw, because it's mad. I was like, oh, Mad Max. Oh, Max is mad because he just lost 4 straight games and lost his playoff spot. The last week.
There was a moment there where I was contemplating benching a Monday night guy to determine who was going to be in the playoffs. Could have picked Max or Carlos. There was a moment where I go, do I just call complete chaos? But no, I just kept him playing, high road. Now, Alex, another set of rapid fire. This is fun, and I'm excited for you to guess who you think this is. Rapid fire. Okay, first one. Fuck, marry, kill. Eagles, Flyers, Sixers. There we go.
Marry the Eagles, kill the Flyers. What's the last? Who the last? Fuck,
marry, kill.
But fuck the Sixers. Who did I leave?
Yeah. Sixers, Flyers, and Eagles.
Yeah, well, the Sixers have been fucking me for so long, so I'll fuck them back. And then
there you go.
And then I've been a loyal fan of the Eagles, and I just don't like hockey as much. That's all it is. That's the only reason. But if they get good, I might jump in. I remember the Danny Briere years. I remember those years when he wasn't the GM, when he was a player. I remember those years. I remember that.
Okay, now rapid fire. Next question: do you think Nick Sirianni is a DILF? Please explain.
No. And I'll say why. he's clearly had a lot of stress, and he's aged so much.
Yeah.
The poor guy looks. You just want to be like, buddy, it's gonna be all right. Just like take a vacation. He's clearly not sleeping well. You just kind of feel bad for him. So that's why I say no.
I don't know if people feel bad for him though, Alex. I know
they don't.
Yeah.
Not in Philadelphia. No.
Well,
but if it was Jake, imagine if it was your father, or imagine if it was your.
I think okay. So, do you think he's a dilf? Honestly, no, because he shaved his head and he's the most unstable human. That alone is like, unless honestly though, if it's dilf, it's what is that? Dad, I like to fuck. Is that the thing?
Yeah,
that's what dilf
we're
is
talking about. Yeah.
So I mean, maybe if you're looking for a quickie, the crazy person, the crazy unstable person. I don't think he's got the looks to really back it up. I really don't. What is it? The like hotness crazy meter is horrendous.
Right.
Yeah. That's
also, I mean, money plays a big part. He's got a good job for right now.
Sure.
People are swayed by that sometimes. So.
Yeah. Great question. Last one in the rapid fire. If the Eagles had to change their colors to a different color, what would it be and why?
That's a good one. I'm gonna just say like it's a bald eagle. So like the brown part of the bald eagle, like the uniforms are brown. I don't think this would look good. We would look like the Browns, right? But this is like making the uniform look like a bald eagle. So like the pants are like
the white neck, the feathers, just
and a white
like
helmet and a big yellow
mask.
The face mask exactly is like yellow or beak colored, whatever the beak color is.
Shit brown, just like shit brown with like white feathers around the neck, as if it's like a neck, like a headdress or something like that. And then you've got and
the socks. The socks and cleats have to be like their feet are like talons. The talons.
Yes.
And so the cleats look like talons. And they're also like, that's like a yellowish, right? Let me look at the eagle, picture of the eagle here. I got to get Jeff Hotstetler off my computer.
That's hysterical. Oh man. I think
what about you? What colors do you think you got for the birds?
No, I think you nailed it. I was going to go with like the white and yellow of the head of the eagle, but I really like that you did the shit brown, and I like the idea of the headdress. I feel like we really got there together.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Because we'd have the head and neck would be white. We'd have a yellow beak. We'd have yellow talons, but the feathers, it's like a brown and like off-whitish, like off-white. Yeah. You could kind of make it look like a cooler brown than just pure shit brown, right? With the way the pattern worked, looking like feathers. It'd still look horrible, but you could look at it a little better. Gosh, somebody with a good sense of humor to go dilf and fuck, marry, kill. They added the Sixers and also the Flyers, so that makes me want to say
I will. No. I was gonna give a hint. You're onto something.
Yeah, give me. I was gonna say like Andrew, because he's like a big Sixers fan. Christian's brother. Andrew.
Now I'm going to give you a big hint here. I think this is a lady listener here. So this is a female friend.
Cassidy.
Yeah, I think that's so on brand. Chaotic singles. She's going Dilf. She's going fuck, marry, kill. It's very on brand.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, pretty good.
And I'm single, Jake, actually. And if there were any party I needed to go to, it would be a chaotic single. It would be chaotic singles party. It would be a chaotic singles party. I just saw a promotion. They're going to be in any major city this upcoming December and I think January. Anyway, chaotic singles. Look it up. Yeah,
love it. Cassie Nash Davis on Instagram. And now this last one, Alex. This one, good luck trying to guess who this was. Okay, ready? Here's the question that we got to dive into. Nebraska's men's basketball, women's basketball, and women's volleyball are all undefeated and have a combined record of 50-0. Talk about it.
So
who do you think that was?
Tanner,
yeah.
And no, wait. Which sports? You said volleyball and basketball?
Men's basketball, which is the most surprising. Women's basketball and women's volleyball.
Okay, yeah.
Their volleyball has always been. Their women's volleyball has been elite.
Cream of the crop. tip of the top. They've been one of the best programs
Tip of the
forever.
top, tip of the top.
Yep.
Very good. Incredible.
No, they have been incredible for a very long time. I think Penn State too. Women's volleyball is really good. They've been really, really good. Yeah, you nailed it right in the beginning. The men's basketball team being undefeated so far. It's an early season.
It's got to be early in the season.
Tanner,
yeah.
Calm down, buddy. Calm down, buddy. maybe they can get into the bracket
tournament,
the tourney. I think they will. I hope they will.
So those were some of the top questions we got. I wanted us to hit that. I thought that'd be fun. Some people from the pod. Really great. I think some of those kind of bled into our next favorite segment that we do, the old pick'ems. I think we'll really have to kind of hit on some of the birds. But Alex, what do you think you got on pick'ems, huh? I mean, now this week we're back to a possible of 14. Mm-hmm. So 14 games against the spread. And it was, what week are we in now? We're in week 14. So what do you think? What do we got?
I think that I obviously missed the Eagles pick. I know that's 0 for 1 right there. It's really the only one I could think of. You know what? Out of 14, I'm going to give myself a healthy little 8, because that's where we kind of live. We kind of live just a little over 500. And
a little over 5?
Little over 5. I'm going to say get 8 correct. Mm-hmm. And I'm sticking to it.
All right, here we go.
How do we do?
Oh! You got 6. Little 6er action, and I got 7. I'm creeping up. I'm clawing back. You really took a lead last week because I had missed some of the, I want to say or was it 2 weeks ago maybe, with the Thanksgiving?
I don't want to hear your excuses, Jake.
Hey, not excuses. I'm just saying there's, you're up, and I had to make a move. So, anyway, clawing back, starting with the Thursday night game, Dallas, Detroit. Mm-hmm. And Detroit really, really showed up, it seemed.
Smacked them.
Did you watch this? Did you get into it?
I'll be honest, Jake, this week of all the weeks, I probably watched the least amount of games. I had a busy week. But this one, I don't think I watched any of, unfortunately. So I can't give you great detail. I saw some highlights. I saw some stats. I saw some of the wide receivers not giving all of their effort, Mr. Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. But what about you? Did you catch this one?
Yeah, I mean, this was I feel like the start of the fantasy like do or die week. So I did watch a little bit of this. I was texting back and forth with our buddy Forbes because he's a big Detroit guy, and so he was really fired up for this game, and we had a little bit of a back and forth where what was he saying? He said a couple of things, but we were just texting back and forth, and he goes, "Yeah, Jameson Williams, really great." I mean, he's like, Guy can't do anything, but man, is he fast. He can't catch it, but boy, is he fast. And we kind of kept going back and forth, and we went over to Pickens. And at one point I was just like, gosh, that guy, I'll tell you what, I mean, he cannot, I'm trying to remember, there's some off the field issues. And I was like, man, I'll tell you what, you don't have a perfect driving record with that catch radius. You just don't. You can't have both. You can't do both. You know what I mean? You got to be impulsive if you want to have that kind of catch radius.
Think of Antonio Brown, those kind of guys. Yeah.
You can't do it. Anyway, it felt like a lot of high scoring stuff. I don't know. This game, it was brutal for Dallas because this was Dallas's like last gasp. They've been on a little bit of a winning streak, and Philly's really let them back into the playoff hunt. And this felt like the big one of like, okay, if we're going to get back in, this is it. And, they just really did not. And Amon-Ra here as well. Wasn't going to play the whole time. Wasn't going to play, and then just plays
And then
last
did.
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, really thankful for Detroit as a Philly fan that like you're saying, as you're outlining there, that they didn't let him back in.
It would have been a nightmare.
Because I can only imagine what
Still,
Jamari would have been electric in our in my work chat. It would have been pretty brutal for me. So pretty happy
yeah. If he had
Detroit
won
pulled it
that,
out. I would
I
never be into
know.
it. Ugh.
I know. Also, a little fantasy wise, some people, I don't know if they did this or not, but with Detroit, because of the Amon-Ra injury, a lot of people were like going after, myself included, Tesla. Do you know that guy, the receiver, the
I
rookie
started the
receiver?
year with him on my team. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was a trendy pickup that I was excited about, and then like minutes before the game, it was like, oh, never mind, Amon-Ra's back. Forget about it. He still had a touchdown, so he still showed up, but it wasn't like the big outing some people were hoping for.
Right.
Anyway, goes into the weekend. You end up getting this one. You go Jacksonville. Look at you. You called this bad boy over
I did.
Indy.
This one, I think what I was thinking for this was because it's a really close line there.
Yeah.
But Jacksonville, gosh, they have been building a lot of momentum recently, and I feel like
Yeah.
Indy feels like Minnesota. I think we talked about this 2 weeks ago. Even
Mm-hmm.
before the injury, because he got injured this week, right? Daniel Jones
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
But even before that, it felt like Daniel Jones, like clock was striking midnight, turning into a pumpkin a little bit.
Yeah.
Not that he set a high standard to start the year is all. So I think I was just kind of thinking that Indy would kind of have some regression. Obviously can't predict the injury there. That was just kind of lucky, I think, on my part.
I don't know. I think it was a good play. I feel like Jacksonville is quietly, they feel like the AFC version and maybe the more like serious version of our Carolina take that we keep riding of like, they're
Yeah.
just really undervalued. Like
ETN.
Jacksonville,
Yeah,
yeah,
ETN looked great in this
ETN,
one.
he
Hmm.
looks really good. And it's crazy because Trevor Lawrence does not look that great. Brian Thomas does not look that great, but they got
No.
Jacoby Myers. They even lost Travis Hunter early in the year, and they still are like in it. Like, I feel
Hmm.
like them trading for Travis Hunter was kind of like a, hey, we think we're good now. We're going to trade future draft picks. And I think it proved that it'd be great to still have him, but they knew they were going to be a decent team is
Hmm.
what it felt like. And so I feel like it is interesting too. That division now seems wide open. Indy is like really reeling, and Jacksonville is going to be. I mean, they're looking pretty good. I mean, I would love a Brian Thomas like end of the year push would be fantastic for fantasy and otherwise. You know.
I got him in one league, but a little too late. A little too late, I think, for him.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, the next one, Washington, Minnesota. You in Washington here? Are you getting a line, or what do we think?
Well,
What do
I think
we?
we were. I was frothing at the mouth last week with the JJ hate, JJ McCarthy
I
hate. Remember?
uh-huh.
We both were.
Well, do you remember I was saying I was buying the stock. I felt like he couldn't he has an easy schedule and it was the lowest we were ever going to feel about it. We both said he looked horrendous. He looked like the worst ever. And I was just saying, I think I'm probably gonna have a similar take with Philly coming up, to be honest. But it's just one of those things where it's like he looks so bad that I think for next week people are gonna overreact. They're just gonna like. I don't think he's that bad, and I don't know. I think
Well, it was
yeah.
all around awful for me because they score 31 points. He's great or whatever, and Justin Jefferson barely gets any fantasy points. No
I
Justin
know.
Jefferson.
I
Addison
had a little
gets like
bit, but
10
yeah.
points, maybe just a modest amount. Just a modest
Hawkinson looked
mouse.
good. And I think they had some
Yeah.
other random person get a touchdown. And I think the defense played really well.
Yeah. And the Washington did not command any of this game. 0 points is pretty tough. That's pretty brutal.
Well, they also had Jaden Daniels go down. So that was the other part.
Yeah, but he's been out most of the year. I feel like, they had Mariota doing their...
But the whole week Mariota wasn't practicing, right? So you're not getting live reps. You're not like familiar with the game plan from a starter position, from like more of a
Baker Mayfield came into the Rams organization on a Thursday, and by Sunday he won that team the game. So I don't want to hear that Mariota's come with the team.
Yeah, that's a different coaching staff. That's a very different coaching staff. But yeah, you're right. You're right. It would, he could. Mariota's had plenty of starts. He was in the meetings. He could have done some stuff more than that. But, yeah, I mean, Minnesota, I don't know though. That division looks so good around them. It's going to be tough. They have an easy schedule, but Green Bay, Chicago both look good, and Detroit looks good. Like, that's going to be really tough, if not impossible, for them. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Miami Jets game here, we both had Miami, so we both hit on that.
Miami, ho-hum.
Yeah, but quietly, Miami is 5-1 in their last 6.
That is pretty quiet. Wow, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, they their first 6 versus their last 6. I think they lost 6 straight. I don't remember the stat that I saw, but their last 6 games, they've really been on a little bit of a run, and they've just been kind of running the ball, like Achane, who ended up leaving the game actually for a little bit.
Really,
but Wright, Jalen Wright came in for a bit. And then the other the Ollie Gordon came in, had a couple plays. And I think Waddle too had a touchdown as well. But the Jets just look pretty sad. I think they might get the first pick, is what it's feeling like.
Yeah.
It's pretty close, but
poor Aaron
we'll
Glenn,
see. Yeah. New Orleans, Tampa Bay. We both had Tampa Bay.
Upset, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, they had 8.5. They thought they beat them by 8.5, and they lost the game altogether.
Crazy. They had people coming back from injury. They have Bucky Irving full force. They've got Godwin playing. Igbuka's out there. I think, did Evans play? I know he was coming back. But it felt like a lot of stuff. And then, I don't know, did you watch much of this? It was shucks.
No. I saw a highlight. Yeah.
All shucks. He was running like crazy. You like that?
I did.
He ended up having a couple of big plays. I think Jawan Johnson had a couple of plays as well, but I'm surprised by their defense, holding them to 20. I guess it is a divisional matchup. They know each other, that kind of deal.
Do you remember Baker was like borderline MVP to start the year? And Baker, his whole career, we forget this, is like a little above average. And so he really regressed back down to the mean in the last couple of weeks, I feel.
Yep.
And anybody that has the foresight to trade away like Igbuka or anything like that, there's just wisdom there, I think.
I love it, Alex.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Traded Igbuka for Sutton, I want to say. Cortland Sutton.
Jake, not 1-for-1. It was a huge trade. It was a huge trade. I got a haul. I got Saquon and Chase Brown. Looking really good.
That was the other one. I forgot Chase Brown. He's been great.
And his end of the year, very easy schedule. A lot of green coming up.
Really quick, before we get off it, you did mention Baker. You brought up the MVP. What's your opinion on the MVP race right now? What do you think? Who do you think's going to be? Like, I mean, we're in week 15 right now. We've got a little bit of time coming up.
Like
not a lot of games.
This feels really loaded right now. It feels really loaded, crushing. Yeah, it feels like you're really winding back on this one. And I'm
well, I've got an idea. I do have a take, so that is part of the reason.
Okay.
But you brought it up with Baker, so I just brought it up early.
Got into my head. I was going right off jump. First name that came to my head was Matthew Stafford, quarterback, top seed. He's had the pedigree for so long. He's just doing it again. He's doing no look stuff. And if they get the number 1 seed quarterback there, it's kind of like That's usually who wins MVP, is that kind of category, but unless it's like a crazy year from somebody else. But that was
Yeah.
the first name that popped in my head.
I feel like I think that's probably pretty chalk. I think it's Stafford and then Drake May were the two that are kind of like the
Ugh,
betting
you're
favorites at the
right.
moment,
Yeah.
which it's those two guys. However, that's not who I think. I think those two, it's going to be like Baker, where everyone was gung ho about Baker, and then over time, things happen, whatever. I feel like they will fall off just enough for it to be a repeat Josh Allen MVP year. I I watched him in the snow. We'll get to that game. Against
Mhm.
Cincy. Did you watch any of that?
I
It
watched
was
with Kathy and
okay.
Robert,
Yep. Yep.
80-year-olds,
With the plates. Uh-huh.
and we really we love snow games. We all agreed. We all agreed we love
Yeah.
snow games.
Most
Kath even
beautiful
was
game.
like, it was kind of chilly there. She's like, "Do you want a drink? Do you want a tea? Anything like that?" And so Kath
So
loves the
lovely.
snow game. We couldn't believe Cincinnati was winning for so much.
I
Robert
know.
knew ball. He knew ball. I said, Joe Burrow just came back. He goes, he's a great quarterback. He makes the whole offense run. I said, you get it, Robert.
Yeah.
And so I did watch this one in their living room for a little bit. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. We'll get to it in time as we get through the games here. But yeah, that game was just a really fun one. As I feel like probably more fun than this other one, the Seattle Atlanta. I saw none of this. I was watching
No.
Red Zone and they
Atlanta's a dead
rolled.
franchise. They are a dead franchise. Bijan Robinson, God bless you. God
Yeah.
bless you both you, and I was saying for Bijan Robinson, God bless you, but that worked out perfectly because you sneezed there.
Yep. Thank
But
you for that.
but Atlanta makes me so sad when I look at them and their
I
team, and I'm
know.
like,
I
Kyle
know.
Pitts, and it could be so fun, and you guys just stink, and this could be so fun. You could have a really cool team,
So
and you're
fun.
ruining it for all of us. You know,
I know.
I feel like a
Jake
little kid.
London's been hurt for them as well, and I think they're too much of a funnel offense between
Oh,
Bijan,
oh,
London, and maybe Pitts. That also, I don't know. Do you think Penix is like? I mean, he's not playing. It's Kirk. So, like, do you think he was that much better?
they got two injury-prone guys, and now this is what you get. You get
Yeah,
2 half seasons. It's like the Giants getting like 3 quarterbacks, and they got 3 quarterback season.
yeah,
Um, it's just Penix is like, it's just blah, and he's not even playing in this game, so it's like it doesn't really matter. And Kirk is pretty old. It really makes you think, like, can Philip Rivers really do this? Because Kirk is like younger than
yeah.
him.
I feel like half of
Um,
it is just knowing and facilitating. It's like those old guys at the YMCA playing point guard where you're like, they can
mm,
barely get up and down the court, but they know how to run an offense. They
and
know
they
how
throw a
to,
dirty elbow when you're not
yeah,
looking, and
really dirty. They
yep,
smell bad and
they
they're just
always
kind of,
do.
yeah,
Yep.
they're grabbing a lot. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Old uniform or old
Right.
basketball shorts they've been wearing, and the socks are
10 to
old.
15 years old. Yeah.
They've been
Yeah.
wearing it for years.
Minimum.
And so there's
Yeah.
not just that sweat on it, it's like years of
Yeah.
sweat,
It's
of their
caked
sweat.
in.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
uh and that's Kirk Cousins' game. And that's
Yeah.
how that
And Philip
smell and that
Rivers.
odor is what the Falcons make me feel when I watch them
Yeah.
play. It's a little
Yeah.
nauseous, you know.
I will say the big shining light in this game, Seattle's defense. Do you have them in any fantasy league?
They're the
I
number one. They're the
I
number
don't,
one.
and I wish I did. They
Yeah.
are incredible. Um, man, they had a ton of picks. Witherspoon looks insane. He looks
Yeah.
very good. I think Reek Woolen had a good game. A couple of their
DeMarcus
safeties.
Lawrence,
It looks
dude. DeMarcus
yes,
Lawrence. Yeah.
yes.
He looks
He
great.
is like a perfect. It feels like they turned the clock back for this Legion of Boom type of deal. And JSN is just still. He was like, they stopped him for like 3 quarters, and then he just erupted.
Crazy.
So like Yeah, just really, really fun there. But anyway, we both had that one. That wasn't too surprising. Now, this was a tricky one. Baltimore-Pittsburgh. We both picked Baltimore, and Pittsburgh comes away with the upset. This is just like the classic Pittsburgh, just like everything's on fire. Everything, they're booing the Renegade song at the stadium. They are yelling, "Fire Mike Tomlin." Aaron Rodgers looks like he's about to rob Macaulay Culkin 2 weeks ago
Incredible.
with
Yep.
his broken nose and his robber hat on. And they pull out the win against a division rival, and now they lead the division. So
Pretty crazy.
yeah. What do you think? Better vibes, Pittsburgh or Philly? Which one?
Pittsburgh right
You
now.
think?
Yeah,
I mean,
right
because of the
now.
win. Yeah,
And
after this
also,
week.
I mean, both fan bases. I guess it's funny because they're both PA. I don't know if this is
Yeah.
a PA thing of all the booing, but I feel like normally they have a more stable, I don't know, consistency to them. Where the Eagles can be really up and down. Where they have like 1 year they go to the Super Bowl, the next year it's 2023 and they collapse really badly and they look like totally
Yeah.
broken. But then the next year they're really good and they go to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
Yeah. The vibe's
Interesting.
probably better there, would be my guess, just because
Thought it
Philly's
was-
lost 3 in a row and more irrational, extreme fan base is why
Yeah.
I say that.
Fun, interesting. I mean, Baltimore, I mean, it's funny. Lamar had a better day, but and Zay Flowers had a good day. But just as a team, I just felt like Pittsburgh felt more like a whole combined team, whereas Baltimore kind of feels like the Eagles, where it's like they had this amazing rushing performance from their running back last year, and then the teams now are just so top heavy that
Yeah.
like they just look beaten up and beat to shit, and they just need to kind of replenish and have the young guys develop. And it's kind of like a brutal...
replenish. You need
Yeah,
to replenish. Yeah.
The next one, division rival Cleveland, ends up losing to Tennessee.
What
We
a
both did not
shocker.
have this. I thought
No.
this was going to be like the Seattle Atlanta game. I thought this was
Yeah.
like Cleveland's a defense I have in fantasy. I think they're really good. Myles Garrett's going after the sack record.
Yeah.
And he's maybe 2 or 3 away for season sack record. But Tony Pollard, Alex, you have him in fantasy, don't you?
I
He was
did.
Turn back the clock.
I got a high score. I guess we should talk about the fantasy week.
Now that we're onto this topic, we should really talk about it.
I won high score. I did enough. I thought I did enough this week to sneak into the playoffs, and came down to 5 teams were tied at 6 and 7. 7 and 7 got in with best score.
Tiebreaker went to points 4 on the season.
And so I needed a little bit of help, but I knew I had some help, and I was beating one of the guys that I needed to. So Pollard felt great, got a big performance out of him. The whole team is coming together at the right time, coming into the playoffs, and I just needed Jake to lose on that Monday night game, and he was Cameron Dicker versus Justin Herbert. Cameron Dicker had 20 points. He hit that 50-yarder to bring it within 0.5 points for Jake. So if it comes out tomorrow that Herbert didn't get a rushing yard or 2,
stat correction.
A stat correction comes out, maybe I'm in the playoffs. But I lost by the playoffs. Jake got into the playoffs by 0.5. That was the difference.
Yeah.
1 Yardley's in, 1 Yardley's out by 0.5.
Oh my gosh.
Is that not the story of you and I, Jake? I was surprised it wasn't 0.2 minutes. You know what I mean?
I almost had the craziest choke of all. I felt like that game, all I thought was I just got to win this game. And it came down to the very last overtime heartbreaking moment. And thank God, I mean, I know you put it in the group and you were like, oh, Eagles lose in overtime and I lose by 0.5 to get
was
out of the fantasy playoffs. What a night!
absolutely
Excellent,
brutal.
excellent. Is that what you said?
Brutal,
Excellent.
exactly. Yep. A brutal night for me, man. All the way around. Worse, pretty bad night for me. Pretty bad night for me.
I made it in by the skin of my teeth on that one for the LA League. The other thing that happened, Alex, so in the Brilliantly Dumb League with Neil, who, if he's still listening, I hate to be bringing this up, but
bring it up.
He ended up losing against Cameron Dicker, the kicker. So he had Jake Elliott and Devontae Smith, and our friend Teddy had Cameron Dicker. And going in, you're thinking, oh, this is easy.
What's the differential? Is he up by a little bit or down by a little bit going into it?
And he was down by a little bit. So he had Cameron Dicker in a couple points. And he ends up losing by about 8. And just a brutal... Anyway, that ended up being his 4th straight loss. And then I snuck into the playoffs. And so I had 2 leagues come down to Cameron Dicker, and I snuck in on both of them. So I'm in, and then I got the family league there, the number 1 seed, which is knock on wood. Hopefully feels good there.
You look out for me, buddy. I just snuck in over there. That's the league where I made the trade in. You better look out for me, Jake. I'll tell you this. I always come home with a trophy, and I didn't get the potty. I didn't get the potty this year. I'll just say that. That's right. I didn't get the potty trophy. Right. There's only one other trophy left. Okay?
I'm due. Alex, I am so due. I you know what? I've had good teams in that league before, but something always happens. I feel Jake, no security.
Jake,
I feel no security.
Okay, let's bookmark this. Okay. It is December 9th. I'm calling it now, December 9th.
Oh God.
Yardley Bowl. It's a Yardley Bowl.
Are we on either sides of the bracket?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know that. But when we play each other, if or when we play each other, I don't know if we are or not. But if and when we play each other, it is going to be Chase Brown. It's going to be Cortland Sutton.
We're on the other sides of the bracket,
and it's going to be Saquon Barkley. Absolutely going off in the championship. It's going to be my 3 horses. That I said I knew,
Alex.
Where's Sun
Tzu? Alex, well, it's brutal. I guess Garrett's on my side of the bracket, but we can play each other. We're on opposite sides of the bracket. I would love for your sake, for Garrett to have his guys go as duds. You know what I mean? On his side of the trade. I will wish
it will happen. But Jake, I'll just say this to you, because it felt like I don't know, you were kind of, I don't know, making light of me. But he who exercises no forethought but makes light of his opponent is sure to be captured by them. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Jake.
I love it. Oh my God. Well, we're gonna have to get that one clipped.
Clip it up.
Do we just do like a weekly Sun Tzu clip? That's hysterical.
I guess. Oh, somebody! I got a reaction for the Sun Tzu clip. They said, "Was the world supposed to be like the globe behind me? Was the world supposed to be on your shoulder while you said that?"
Oh,
and I didn't even think about it, but yes, it was supposed to be.
I love that.
All planned, never an accident. Yeah. All planned.
That's incredible. The fantasy is really shaping up to be some fun stuff. Nick was going bananas in the group chat. The fact that he went and for 4 years has raged against the machine and everything, and the machine in this instance is the tush push. And then this season, the inaugural fantasy season, he ends up drafting Jalen Hurts and just poetically has Jalen Hurts, the one person he hates the most, who he emotionally hedged against and selected, ends up being the guy to have 5 turnovers in order to boot him from the playoffs is although I do think he needs some other stuff to happen. So, but man, he was really chirping. He was that game was a tough one.
I love when he comments all that stuff. I like that kind of activity in the chat. Yeah, I
do too.
Support that kind of
chatter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going after it. Awesome. Okay, well, we got into fantasy because I know the Tony Pollard thing. So we really went off for the pick'ems. We're going back to a couple of the games here, and the one that we jumped over a little bit, but didn't. We both had it right. Cincy versus Buffalo. Now it's funny because we both picked Cincy to cover, which they did. I felt like this was a trap game. And since he's been really on a hot streak, Buffalo they've been kind of out of sorts recently, but this was the game where I was like, oh, Allen could really take the narrative. Like, there's no really strong, like, the Chiefs just lost. Lamar looks terrible. Yep. And those have been the thorns in his side. Burrow's probably not going to be in it after he just beat him, and it's going to be, I don't know, it could be the narrative for Allen could be a huge AFC push, and it might come down to the Patriots and Drake May. I don't know if they play each other in the regular season, but I hope they do in the playoffs. That'll be a fun one.
Jake, they play, I think, this upcoming week here. They play this next week. Yeah.
Now this
is.
I have this. This is my prediction. I was kind of saying is I've been saying I feel like Drake May's had a really easy schedule. I feel like it's a divisional one. I think the Patriots can be very good. They're well coached. It's going to come out firing, but this could be the tip to Josh Allen taking the narrative for the last few weeks because it's all like timing
in New England in the snow.
It's in New England.
Epic.
Wow.
Yep. In the snow. It's supposed to snow, it says here on fantasy on Yahoo. So that could be a biggie for him. To your point. Yeah.
I think that'll be huge. We'll see who the Rams. I think the Rams play somebody solid if memory serves, because that could help Stafford's case a little bit if he ends up having like a solid game. They played Detroit. Yeah. So that could be a really good resume game for Stafford for the MVP race if they beat Detroit. Also, that's the classic Stafford Goff matchup. Everyone loves that.
The trade.
Always a good one. So anyway, the Cincy Buffalo game. Did you watch? T. Higgins, my guy T, is the reason I'm in the playoffs. I love that man. He had a perfect T. Higgins day, it's just like a microcosm of his season, which is he has these incredible touchdowns, gets injured, stops playing for a bit, and then comes back into the game, has some good plays. But that's what he does during the season too. Like he'd be a top 10 receiver every season if he played all 17 games every season. But he just doesn't.
Sounds like Drake London this year. Drake London had big games and then out, just injured.
Exactly. He was a good one. I think your boy Chase Brown, I believe, had a good day if memory serves.
Like 17 fantasy points, kind of in that ballpark.
Yeah. And then Josh Allen just went berserk. So another crazy one. Denver, Vegas. We both had Denver. I am shocked by this. I mean, Denver wins, but they did not cover. I guess it's a fine win. They win by 7, but the line is 7.5. This was one like Genti looked really bad. Bo Nix, I feel like he was just fine. Like he's not great, and like the fact that it's a pretty poor Vegas team, it's kind of I don't know. It's funny because Denver's like the number 1 seed in the AFC, and it's just like it's them and the Patriots, and it feels like they just have easy schedules. Is what it feels
this was a trap game, I think, for them, right? This is a trap game, and they won it, but still close game.
Yeah. Next one, Green Bay, Chicago. This might have been this one or Cincy Buffalo. It's probably the game of the
Great
week.
Yeah,
now this was a rivalry and divisional game for the division, so maybe this one might even top it. This was Green Bay, Chicago. Alex, I am shocked. You're such a big Green Bay guy. I'm surprised you went Chicago.
They would cover. I thought Chicago would cover. The 6.5 is what deterred me. I thought it'd be a really close game. I thought both teams are really good. I didn't necessarily think that Chicago would win. I just thought 6.5. I thought it'd be like a 3 or 4 point difference.
Right.
And it was just one score, but it was a touchdown. Which the 6.5, Vegas knows what they're doing when they set that line.
Yeah, just nuts. It's crazy they get it that close every time. Even with the last one too, with Denver Vegas within 0.5. But man, I mean, Caleb had a chance at the end. He threw a pick on the last play, but he was forcing it because it needed to go in. But they were driving. Yeah, he had a decent look, and yeah, I mean that could have gone either way. It was a really good game.
Jordan Love looked good. He looked good. Jordan Love
and Christian Watson. I'm a big fan. I'm really bummed about the Lamberville
Whoever
League
has
because
him in the family league must be doing pretty good.
I'm sure he is. I've got him in the Lamberville League, and I feel bad because I feel like my team's ready to peak, but we didn't get wins. We didn't get wins.
You need those. I feel the same way.
You know what? I mean, I don't know if you do this, but I'm sure you do. But I went back and looked at the schedule and just saw the games that were close. And it's like, there's the game that was like 2 weeks ago. I lost to Dave. Shout out Dave. I know he wanted to shout it out. He beat me by 2 points. He beat me by 2 points. And then on week 2, I lost to Neil by 4 points. And those 2 games, 6 points. Those are 6 points on the season. And that's the playoffs. That's the difference. It's
I got it.
I know everyone has those stories. So it's I'm
no, but it's good. They like to hear that other people have those situations happen too. You let them know. Jake, you saying that lets them know they're not alone. You know?
That's why we're here. This is for them. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
Exactly.
Rams, Arizona. I mean, we were both on the Rams. This was a blowout. They really bounced back.
Okay. The Rams are on the Rams. Come on.
They really bounced back from that Carolina loss. That was pretty bad last week. And so Arizona just looks horrendous. And we talked about it. Kyler Murray should probably play baseball. That would be,
which MLB team? You know? Maybe that's...
you said the Diamondbacks makes sense. He doesn't have to move.
I was thinking, like Jordan stayed in Chicago for the White Sox, that kind of thing. You stay local.
He went to Oklahoma, right? He went there for college. But I don't know where he's from. I think he's from Texas, isn't he?
Yeah, he was like a Texas quarterback on one state.
Dude, he could go to the Astros and be up with Altuve, and really under his
Altuve could because Altuve is older. He's getting up there. He could be his mentor, He could really mentor him.
Yeah. That could be pretty good. I could see that.
Yeah.
There's a couple of Cardinal fans that I think I kind of love this as an Eagles fan. They want Gannon gone. They hate him. They're like, oh, the defensive-minded coach just let up 45 for like the third time this year? Great. Awesome.
Gannon, he really cashed in on a Super Bowl appearance, and screwed us, the Eagles, and now the Cardinals.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. They look pretty bad. They need like a reset. They've got some fun pieces, but they don't have like a cohesive core. So I feel like they got to like figure out exactly what that is. Next one is, look at you with the upset alert here, Alex. Houston over Kansas City. Man, I had Kansas City, you had Houston, and man, Houston's defense, no joke. I played them in fantasy. I did believe they would do well, but I thought for sure Kansas City would just pull it out, and like they always do. But now Houston's the real deal, it seems like.
Yeah, I think Stroud's at least he's playing good enough. He's playing good enough finally,
Yeah.
Because remember we talked about old long neck. Davis Mills he's riding the ship there for a little bit. But now that Stroud's back, and Houston's defense is just so dominant, they doesn't need to do too much. They scored 10 points. You got to score more than 10. They got 20.
Alex, really quickly, you mentioned good old long neck Davis Mills, and I was reminded of the OG long neck Do you remember this? Mike Glennon. Do you remember that name?
Did you see the John Gruden clip? The John Gruden clip with Frank Caliendo?
No. Was there Mike Glennon sighting?
Oh, I gotta send you. I gotta
throwback.
So this was when I think HBO did a Hard Knocks when John Gruden was the Raiders coach the second time around, and Derek Carr was like on the team. And Derek Carr, you know how they do the rookie thing where the rookies come out and they say their paycheck or their signing bonus, and and they do a
like
little
a talent show or something.
Yeah. They go, wait, coach. Derek Carr goes to Gruden. He goes, coach, we got one more rookie. We got one more. It's John Gruden. And he's like, what are you guys talking about? And then Frank Caliendo comes in dressed as, he does a great John Gruden impression. And he's got a massive, like comically large Super Bowl ring. Like it's like 5 times as big as it should be. So it's comically large. It's very funny.
Yeah.
And he gets up there and he goes, because he's supposed to go, name, signing bonus. And he goes, John Gruden. I would do this shit for free because I love football, man. and then immediately, first thing he does is good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. We got Mike Glennon over there. Hey, Mike Glennon. He goes, I looked at the team and I thought this team doesn't have enough neck. And then we got Mike Glennon. And he's got us covered now, man. I'll tell you what, man. And then he just, and you could see Glennon was like, God damn it. He was just pissed. So yeah, he was making neck jokes.
Who was pissed?
Mike Glennon was. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's I had to bring it up because we were going with Davis Mills for a while there, but I had to pay our respects to the original longer neck of Mike Glennon. Man, what a pull, Alex! I love that. Yeah. I brought up just like a random name from like 10 years ago, and you're like, I've got 5 minutes on that.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Frank Caliendo. Yeah.
He was great. I feel like one of his best impressions was Gruden, and I feel like any excuse he has to pull it out, he'll just take it. Like I
love watching it. I love watching it. Yeah.
I love watching it. For Texans, Casey, do we think Kansas City's dead? Do we think they're done?
I think this is finally the year, right? This is the year. Finally, they're done.
It's been
I feel like a decade.
What a funny like Sunday, Monday night. It's KC and Philly just losing back to back, and everyone is just like, "Hurrah, we did it!"
Yeah,
they
not a repeat again. These two, yeah.
It is sickening because Philly still has like their playoff seeding, but anyway, the Kansas City, I think they need some help to try and make the playoffs now.
Denver is so far ahead. That's why I think they're really done. Is Denver is so far ahead.
Well, I think it's just the wild card. I think it's just the wild card they have a shot at. But I don't even know that. Again, they need a lot of help. They need to like win out, and then they need a lot of help.
Yeah.
So they look dead in the water. Now, here we go. Alex, Philly, Chargers. I didn't go to the game, thank God, after all this. There was a part of me that enjoyed watching this game. I mean, it was overtime. We could have won this game. There's a part of me, the defense, it was like the offense looked horrendous. Jordan Davis, best game as an Eagle. Yeah. Best game. Dean looked awesome.
Great.
Dean looked great. I felt like Cooper DeJean looked awesome.
Adoree Jackson, best game.
Adoree Jackson, best game. I feel like this is a defensive team. This feels like the Chiefs from a couple years ago. They had gone to some Super Bowls and they got rid of Tyreek, and they were just like, we have a young defense. This is what we do now. And they had like their young guys, McDuffie and Bolton and Karlaftis, all just young guys still trying to like carry the team, but their games are so ugly. And I feel like that's what Philly is built like, but there's no excuse for Philly because they still have the Tyreek of that situation. They still have Saquon. They still have AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. I mean, the only excuse is Lane Johnson. That guy, this game, and this punches his ticket to the Hall of Fame because they look like dog shit without that guy. He's the most
Jake,
important
it's more
guy.
than Lane. I'll stop you there. It's more than Lane Johnson. It's not
It
just
is.
Lane
It
Johnson.
is. It is. It is much
Okay.
more. I just think Lane gets a Hall of Fame for him to make it look at least decent is like it says more to him. I think the rest of the team looks horrendous. I think the rest of the offensive line looks really bad. I know Nick was harping on Malata. I think he had an up and down day against Khalil Mack. I think Dickerson was in and out of the game. And then obviously just the thing we need to get to, Jalen Hurts looked like absolute dog shit. He looked worst game. I mean, the double turnover in a single play is comically bad.
Jake,
yeah, it's comically
bad. Interception to Deshaun Hand. Now, Deshaun Hand is a big, like, if you're starting a Madden franchise, great dev trade about 2 years ago. You're going to really want to pick him up in a later round and just have
320, 6'3", run stuffer, nose tackle.
And because of that, his prototype that you just said there, he drops back and catches it. And Jalen doesn't see him at all, throws it right to him. He's staring down a target. He runs down the field. He gets tackled. He obviously drops it. He's never holding the ball. He's not used to that. Jalen picks it up.
Wow.
Jalen fumbles it. Then he fumbles it. And then they pick it up again. So Jalen in one play had 2 turnovers, for the listener that didn't watch or doesn't know. Just crazy. Never happened before in the NFL history.
That was one play. He also had 3 others, and not to mention a dropped pick that could have been a 6th at another point. Now, he did have a drop touchdown from A.J. Brown. I just bring that up because A.J. Brown, it feels like they're just forcing him the ball for the sake of stats, is what it feels like. They're just kind of like, here's a slant. Here you go. There's no,
he's gonna get 1,000 yards this year, so just get it to him.
Yeah, like we're gonna comically look back at this season just by the box score and look and see, Devontae Smith 1,000 yards, AJ Brown 1,000 yards, and then and even with Hurts, he had all these turnovers. That was the only thing he was doing well this season, was not turning the ball over. That was like his calling card for the season. And in prime time, he has the most fumbles or the most turnovers I've ever seen in a game.
He's never
crazy.
Done that. I've watched every Jalen Hurts start pretty much. He has never looked that bad with turnovers specifically. Like, he's missed throws, but then it's like, okay, we punt and defense gets out there. The turnovers were crazy. There's got to be, if you're an Eagles hater, I'll give you the idea for the meme right here. The meme is like, now they took the straight jacket off, and then he just rips interception after interception after interception. Like, it felt like they were like, okay, man, take some risks. And then he just some of the worst decisions, late timing. It all looked bad.
You know what it feels like? It feels like Nick Sirianni and Patullo have this game plan, and AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts are like, fuck this. I don't want to do this. And they reluctantly did it this whole, the beginning of the season. And they're like, this is bullshit. And then AJ's like, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying we're winning. I'm not saying, and there's all this weird riff. And then it was just kind of like, you know what? Why don't you guys do what you want to do? And then they're doing what they want to do. And the last 3 games have been A.J. Brown getting a lot of stats and the team losing. And even to this point, to start the game, do you remember what it was? Play action. Jalen Hurts just kind of bobbing around, and it looks like he's just waiting for AJ to kind of just make a move. And then AJ makes a move. It looked like pickup basketball. Like when 2 strangers that are like, yo, we're gonna run this, right? And they're just kind of we're gonna run this. But there's no plays. They're just kind of vibing it out, but they've never practiced anything. They're just like, we're the best athletes. Yeah, you and me are the best. Let's just dominate. And then they'd get blown out by a team that actually practiced and has a cohesive team around them. That's what it feels like. That's what it
And
feels
then
like.
Saquon is the
God
just the
bless him.
shorter, yeah, just shorter player, but like trying to get everybody involved. Hey, how you doing? You feeling good? Remember him? Remember Jalen forgetting his helmet
Oh,
and Saquon runs, take my helmet, take my helmet. You can have my helmet. Doesn't matter. We just got like and then they go out there. He gets his helmet. They go out there and they throw it away, and then they kick a field goal, and I think they miss that field goal. They just look
yeah.
horrible. They look
I
like, ugh,
uh, I feel
just
bad for Saquon. Feels like the nicest guy, and he goes out there. He's just trying to be. He's just trying to bring people up, but I think it's so difficult to figure out because the whole team just has a bad mood. It's just a bad mood and it just comes out. Everyone just looks tired and like they do not want to play. And I put that kind of on coaching, but I also put it on the captains, which is Jalen Hurts. And like that's part of the job is like getting people ready to do the
be a
thing. And
professional.
like,
Be a
yeah,
professional. Be just
yeah,
a professional athlete that makes way too much money.
yeah,
Um, that's that's the highest that what we watched last night is the highest paid offense in the league. That's the
yeah. I,
highest paid offense in the league.
I think they're just the way they're constructed. Everyone says that they always go to that, but I think they're too top heavy because it's just like they don't have like the backup linemen. I mean, I guess I'm just
Tough,
there's
tough.
other teams. I'm sure there's other teams that have worse situations. Like even just the Chargers have a terrible situation, but even Herbert is like making it like he was doing those read options at the end of the game. That looked like
Crazy.
what Jalen Hurts should have been doing. Like,
Yeah.
how is that not a huge part of the game plan? Um,
They would
and
do a
it,
QB
yeah,
draw with Jalen, and he would just run around, kind of scramble around, and then just sit on his butt. I mean, did you
yeah,
see that play where
yeah. I mean,
he
I
just
think
quits? It's like,
the thing that annoys me is it feels like he's like, it's not my fault. Like the offensive line didn't block. What am I supposed to do? And it's like, yeah, you gotta like you have to put them in the position. Like you're part of the reason that they're in the right position to make the plays. I get it. If it's their fault, whatever, you gotta make a play, you gotta do something else. I get it. But like part of it is like not blaming, like having the personality and like the morale to like boost people up. It's like
what I've
I
always
don't see
liked
that at all.
what I've liked about Jalen is that I don't think he like goes out of his way to bring people down. He's always been even keel. He's always the
Mm-hmm.
same. He never gets too low or never too high, and
Yeah,
he's always even keel. And I thought that was always such a strength in the when they were winning and when they're losing. Um, but you're right, we do need a rally guy beyond just Saquon. Um, and it does seem like it's Jalen himself that's actually struggling with everything. And when he is just even keel, it comes off, I think, as like aloof or I don't care. But
yeah.
there have been like some like behind the scenes, like HBO um, is now doing the NFC East Hard Knocks like in
Mm-hmm.
season. He is going up to the sideline going, "That's my bad. That's my bad," to his players, right? He's not saying this like, outwardly. I feel like you don't see a lot of that. But it does seem like he is taking accountability, like after a play or after these things. This whole game, he could take accountability for because this was like a defensive masterpiece by the Eagles after one broken drop off pass to Vidal that popped a touchdown. Besides that one
Yeah,
play, the defense played amazing. They played great.
yeah.
They let up
They were
they let
really,
up
really
like
good.
a couple cheapies and field goals, but like
They
it was
had
just that one.
turnovers. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
had
turn over.
turnovers
And
too.
they were put in
Um,
bad spots. They were put in really bad spots frequently and were on the field a
it
lot of the time. Ugh,
it makes me really excited for the Eagles, the way they've put the team together, which is this young defense and it's really a defensive. I know the money is on the offense, but the money was kind of for the results they provided previously. It's not
right.
for like future outcomes. Like, and so I feel like the defense now is the one that has to prove that they can like win game. At least that's the way the team is constructed. Like, I think it's so hard in the league to not change anything and still be good year after year. I think like the most impressive thing ever is like Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne, and Marvin Harrison. But that's like them all being on the same page and doing it year after year. I feel like this has to be that. It has to be them being all on the same page and working together. And it doesn't seem like they have that. It's just like stagnant and it's just stale. It's just so stale.
Yeah. That's, best way to put it, stale. And like, it's annoying to talk about because I feel like everybody saw this from like week 3 or week 4.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been like 10 weeks of this, the same thing with minor alterations. And, you're putting a blow up bunny in the locker room is not going to fix it.
What was this? Did you see? I saw bits of this, but who did it? What was the reasoning?
Nobody know, or at least like probably internally they know, but I haven't heard any reporting on like who it is. But there was like a positive, like Easter bunny blow up that you put in front of your house in the locker room, and it was like the positivity bunny, and from the Philly special, at least Sheil Kapadia said something about it wasn't for the players, it was for the press that comes in to be more positive. It was to remind the press to be more positive.
Oh, really?
And that was like the way it was spun, I guess. But there's no real answers. It's more like speculation, and maybe somebody said that on the team, but I don't know what it is, but it does feel, like they're grasping for some sort of spiritual, like a mood riser. They're looking for everything. They're looking for any kind of fix, even if it means just the mood in the locker room with a silly bunny. It's just like anything they can do, they're trying.
It is nuts. It feels like we talked about to start the season where it's like they had the brain drain again after the Super Bowl. They lose the coordinator, and then
What?
The brain drain.
I've never heard that. Yeah, I haven't heard that phrase in that way.
And they lose the coordinator, and then it all just becomes stale. They don't they just hired internally. This is exactly what happened, and they got crushed by the Bucs in the playoffs 2 years ago. And it feels so much like that season. The crazy thing about this all is Dallas also lost, and now the Eagles are 2.5, two games ahead. And
they're 8-5, and Dallas is 6-1,
7-1 or something like that. And the craziest thing about this all is like they have one of the easier schedules remaining. We
have Vegas and Washington.
Washington twice, and then we do play Buffalo. So of the 4 remaining games, it'll be 3 that are losing teams, but it will be tougher because Commanders are divisional, and whenever it's divisional, they've got secrets and they come out firing. But if you win Vegas and Commanders, you get 2 more wins. Dallas would have to win out.
You know what's crazy about this year too is we have beaten the top teams in we've beat the Rams, we beat the Packers,
the Rams, and then we also beat
the Lions.
The Lions. Yeah, some of the top teams in the conference. It kind of feels like, doesn't it feel
we're
like
going to see in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, we just like Pittsburgh.
We do. Hopefully you're thinking this is really the bottom. I thought we'd get to a bottom. This feels like a real bottom here on National Monday Night Football.
Yeah. And 3-game losing streak too. Yeah.
I haven't done that in a while. Look at the whole NFC East, all lost. Wow.
Yeah. The Giants and Commanders are pretty wild. And the Cardinals.
But if we could just stop this free fall, that would be great against Vegas. But honestly, I don't even feel great about the Vegas game anymore.
No,
after last,
it's just crazy because they look terrible. They're 2-11.
Yeah.
And I don't even feel good about the game.
They haven't won in 2 months, and I think maybe the Eagles lose to them. It's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously. It's going to be crazy. I don't know. Is this one of those, I keep bringing up the Steelers because it's like Tom would always do this. It's like you just play to your opponent, and then the vibes are always wild, and then you're just kind of like, oh, and then they make the playoffs somehow. I don't know. Like it is a defensive team. I think they're built that way, and I think they're changing the identity to be a defensive team, and I think that transition is always what looks bad. And I still think Jalen Hurts should play way better. He looked terrible. There's like no excuses whatsoever. But
the offense could definitely look back, be humbled after this game, and go, okay, yeah, you're right, Nick. Let's not unleash it like we were saying. Let's just get back to not turning the ball over and letting the defense win for us, because that's what we did for 8 weeks, basically. Our 8 wins was just like conservative. We were winning games. It looked really shitty, but we were at least winning the games. Because now, oof.
What was the they lost to Dallas, and then they lost to the Chargers? Who was the other loss that they had?
Bears. I was at that game, unfortunately.
The Bears.
Black Friday.
That's right. It's funny. I mean, the Bears would be a nice win. Like, if you're gonna lose, at least it's to an AFC opponent. Which is at least just one silver lining. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know what gets turned around. They need something to get turned around. They need some kind of spark. But if they could get just something, like on paper, if you said in the offseason, like they're going to be 8-5, the rest of the division is going to be terrible, and then they're going to have 3 teams with like losing records to close out the season, you'd be like, yeah, sign me up.
That situation. Yeah, but the momentum is just heading in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Is a big one. And then they'll be playing the Raiders, like we said here. Now, the Raiders are owned partially by Tom Brady. Did you happen to catch Tom Brady on the broadcast at all, Jake?
No, what happened?
He had a leather jacket on here. I don't know. I jotted this down here, but there were zippers and leather jacket, and I thought they're going through, how cold it is out there and keeping your hands warm for Caleb and for Jordan Love in that game, and the way he had the zippers and everything, and Tom just seemed really excited about his leather coat. I was thinking to myself, do you think maybe in the darkness Tom's into like some BDSM? Like he's just slow rolling some BDSM. He just starts with the leather jacket on broadcast. Next week he's maybe a gag ball or something. I don't know, just like something that he has like on the broadcast that he could.
I think is Tom, because Tom went through the divorce, right? He's single, isn't he? Or is he dating someone?
You're getting to it, Jake. You're getting right to the meat of it.
I was just gonna say, I feel like
you're right on it.
The leather is such a
like a bloodhound.
He's such a single guy. Like, no, look at me, and I still, sleek, whatever. I feel like it's a look he'd be going for as like a single, kind of guy. Is what it feels like. I didn't see it. I don't know, but
I don't know. I just thought that was something. I don't know if anybody else noticed that. Because they were talking about it. Because you're talking about like hand warmers, keeping your hands warm as a quarterback, in a cold game. So they got some shots at Tom with the leather jacket.
I love that.
So more to come. Hopefully, more leather coming from him.
I did want to address a couple things. We had our little bit from a little bit ago about when we own an NFL team.
Yeah,
we were gonna do
tea bags.
The tea bags. I was on a run or no, I've been sick. I haven't run for a while. I was doing something. I was in the shower maybe. And I was thinking about, we need on 4th downs, it's the kettle whistle. It's like the kettle.
Oh,
whistling.
yes. Like the kettle's getting the kettle. It's hot. It's boiled.
Yeah.
The water's boiled.
And it just starts whistling. And people, and then, we had Lipton as a sponsor. Do you remember? We got the Lipton lid. The stadium looks like a teapot. You know what I mean?
Oh, and the lid's coming off. The lid's coming off.
The lid's coming off of this place. And you're like, and then it just starts steam. You know how like the Buccaneers have the boat that shoots off cannons? Like we start just firing steam into the air.
Yeah.
That's like our
Steam guns.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought that
man.
was really fun.
Here come the bags coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, everyone's got there's like a bunch of kettle heads. The kettle heads are out. It's just
And
people.
it's
cheese
evolved.
heads,
They have
but it's kettles.
kettlebells. Yeah, they have kettlebells now, and they're bringing those.
Yeah.
Is like it's evolved kind of.
We got the biscuits. I love those. We've also got. I mean, we're gonna have the greatest chance in the NFL. We talked about this.
We have to because it's the UK. We're in the UK.
The European chants are 10 times better.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be singing songs, which would be incredible. The other thing I wanted to make a note of, we talked about Portland a little bit. The Lumberjacks, apparently that's a lacrosse team, not a soccer team. So just a note there.
So we could do it? Is what you're saying?
I mean, we could also be the Lumberjacks. I'm just saying that I mentioned it as a soccer team. I think it's a lacrosse team that Portland has. But yeah, still have to workshop that one. I feel like, man, the London one is so much more fleshed out at the moment. We got to figure out.
God, thank Garbo for that one. A lot of good ideas coming in, streaming in. If you have any ideas, if you're listening and you're saying, Jake and Alex, I'm following the train of thought. Jake and Alex are GMs and owners of an expansion team in London. They're called the London Teabags. What can I add to this? You're thinking to yourself, what can I add to this? You gotta send us in. What could you add to this? You know?
Yeah.
We've got pot pies. Like Willie's Pies will be
Shepherd's Pie.
Shepherd's Pie. A lot of concessions, a lot of fish and chips.
We've got tea.
A lot of fish and chips.
We talked about being the London Teabags was the original. And
that's
then obviously teabagging people on a derogatory is right over the plate. But you're going to have like Big Ben is the clock in the stadium.
It's a game clock.
You got the London Bridge that is kind of like overarching. It looks like that.
It's like Gillette kind of. It's like Gillette a little bit. You know how Gillette Stadium has that bridge. Yeah.
And then maybe even we're a kettle pot. Maybe that's the shape of the stadium. I don't know. That would be kind of wild.
Welcome to Lipton Arena. Lipton Tea Arena. You know.
We already got the sponsor. That's fantastic.
I like if it's an arena, but we just have the one spout coming out. Is like that's where you get a little bit of sunshine that comes in, and then that's where the steam.
It's a dome. I'm thinking it's a dome, but it's like the lid is off though. So like the lid
it's half off. It's like half off.
Yeah, maybe it's a retractable.
It rains a lot. Jake, it's
a retractable. We could do retractable though.
I know, but we just gotta think about maintenance. We gotta think about maintenance here, Jake.
I know, but could you imagine the home field advantage? Could you imagine if we really want to prepare for a rain game and the other team isn't ready for it, and we go, no, it's a dome, and then and the grounds go these old Englishmen, and they're in their knickers, and they're like, oh boy, here we go, we're gonna have another knob cracker again. I don't know. I don't know.
That was good.
Terms.
That was good. That was good.
I just kind of went into it.
Knob cracker.
Alex, the security is the Royal Guard. They can't say anything, but they've got the red and
they've got the big hats. They've got the big tall hats. Oh, the fans wear those. The fans wear those as well as the Royal Guard. And
that'd be fun.
That's like the name of our offensive line. The Royal Guards. The Royal Guards are like our offensive linemen.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, that's really good. I like that a lot. I like that we're coming back. I feel like we're really having. Well, I guess the quarterback is the king. I suppose. Who's you gotta find? I don't know.
In the press box we have the king and queen. Jake, what if we have in this press suite? Yeah, that's right. Press box suite, whatever you call it,
queen suite.
Yeah, we should have the queen suite.
What if Alex? What if the we've got the arena? It's a tea kettle. It's a tea. No, wait. Now, should it be like a kettle that you put in or a teapot, do you think? Like a teapot or a kettle?
I like the kettle. You don't put the tea bags in there, obviously, but that's where it all gets hot. That's everything gets hot. you know,
right.
and you're in where all the particles start bouncing around. You know what I mean? You're like, it's so hot, the particles start bouncing around.
Yeah,
they
it's
start
more
boiling.
aggressive. Yeah, I like that.
It's more
I like
aggressive
that.
in that way.
Teapot's a little
That's
bit
as
cleaner,
aggressive as you can make it.
refined.
Yeah, that's right. And it's
Now,
cooled down by that.
what if the spout of the kettle? What if that is an interactive? Maybe that's something you go into. It's like a tunnel you can go into, and it's like you can watch the game from the kettle, the spout. I don't know.
What if that's how the grounds crew waters the grass?
When
it comes down, it comes down and they use it. And we blast that on our social media. We blast that.
Oh my gosh.
The grounds crew's out again. And they
we
really lift them up because nobody else has grounds crew that but we have grounds crew that Like we really elevate the men.
What if they do it like a baseball field where they really do like unique grass that's
designs,
yeah. Like, I mean, you still have the yardage or whatever, but what if they really kind of did up some designs into it, like the diamonds that you get in the baseball stadiums or whatever? That'd be fun.
I did notice this. So we're talking about the Royal Guards and everything. At the soccer game that I went to, football game, whatever you want to call it,
There you go.
the security was all in the away section. So that could be part of the Royal Guard as well, is like the way they set up for the soccer games was a little bit different than the American sports event,
Yeah. I like it. I think we really got some good stuff. I think we hit everything I wanted to hit. Is there anything we missed? I think we really hit some good stuff there.
I think we got it.
Had the birthday.
We got it.
Had the games. Really got into it. I think we did a nice job. Really, I can't thank everyone enough for all the suggestions. Really fun stuff.
Don't forget, we were going to need your help for the House of Highlights stuff. We really need your help.
Yes. House of Highlights.
Ideas for House of Highlights.
Jason Tatum hatred. What do you got?
And Celtics, just Boston Celtics hatred as well. And if you can look up fan versus hater versus 10 haters, if you don't know what it is, you can watch the ones they've already put out there on House of Highlights. Need your help.
I'm excited, Alex. We're going to do the same way we kind of just keep coming back to this London team. We'll keep coming back to the hater kind of comments to try and we really want to get you. I would love if some of the audience could get involved, myself included, and we can really get you some good ammo and really feel like it's a group project. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
that's right. That's what I need.
You're the presenter.
I'll get an earbud.
It's all on you. Yeah.
Right.
Your earbud day up. That'd be great.
That's right. That's right. So you guys just pipe in what I need to say, my rebuttals. So you guys are a part of the process. You guys are on House of Highlights too.
It's going to be incredible. Well, I think with that, brother, we did another one. That is going to be it for Going Yard. See you, brother. Going Yard. See ya. Love ya. Bye.